All right. You're listening to the Substation Gaming Podcast. I'm Lucas. With me, I have Black Chestnut
Hello.
and Ricola.
Hello.
Today, we're going to be discussing recent announcements and releases, such as Resident Evil Village.
Which I've bought, and I've only probably played like a bit over an hour or so, but it's kind of amazing so far.
Yeah,
Um,
I cannot wait to get this game and play it, but don't I need a PS5 for this?
no, it's on
No.
Oh, it's, obviously,
Yeah,
you don't,
PC. Yeah.
yeah, obviously you were playing it because you have a PS4, Ricola. I don't know why I asked that question. But, yeah, ever since I played Biohazard, I've kind of gotten interested in
Yeah,
the whole Resident Evil
Is 7
line
the
of
only
games.
entry you've played?
What?
Is 7 the only one in the series you've played?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Really?
Yeah, I was too scared to play the older ones because I used to watch my cousin play them, and I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. I think I was more scared of the controls rather than the game.
Fair. That's very fair.
Yeah.
Um,
I've played one remake and I've played two remake. And I also have Zero, but I haven't played that one yet.
Zero's. I haven't played it all. Kind of just more of a remake, but that's good.
Yeah.
But 8 is like so far is this like beautiful marriage between spookiness of 7 and like the action and like setting of 4. It's so cool. Like
Okay.
they've really like struck a good balance lately with the series of just being
Is it same gameplay wise like as 7, or is it...
7, yeah. Although there's definitely more action. Like you're getting more weapon stuff than you ever did in 7.
I kind of liked that aspect of 7 where you kind of not necessarily limited with your weapons, but you got like the cooler weapons later on in the game.
Yeah, but
And
this is trying to go for something a bit closer to 4, where it's sort of half horror, a bit more action.
right.
Which I like when the series is able to pull that off. Like, they definitely leaned too far in one direction with like 5 and 6, but 4 just did it perfectly. And I haven't beaten this yet, but this might be able to. This is giving me all those same vibes.
Right. Maybe when you beat this game, you'll go back and play 4.
I played 4 only last year. I replayed 4, and yeah, it's still really good. So
You want to know something funny? When I first saw like the picture we have for Village on our stream, when I first saw this picture, it didn't have the text on it, so I thought it was a Metal Gear game because that guy kind of looks like Metal Gear Solid. I was like, another Metal Gear Solid game, really?
I mean, Survive had zombies in it. Metal Gear Survive.
Oh my goodness! I just got why the VI and LL in Village was like highlighted in gold.
You know, it would have looked better if they did that for 7, don't you think?
Yeah,
Could have did that.
they could have done that, but I just got...
No, they did. It was like Biohazard. I don't know.
Nah, they didn't put it in the title. They had Roman numerals, but they didn't sneak it in the title like Village.
Yeah, it was just Resident Evil Biohazard with the big mansion in the background.
Yeah. I
Which
won't be able
isn't...
to do that for the next game either.
Was it... What was the whole... Wasn't there something like behind the name, like in Japan, like...
Japan, the series is called Biohazard.
Right,
In
okay.
America, Resident Evil. So, in Japan, the game was called Biohazard 7 Resident Evil.
And yeah, and then here it's called Resident Evil 7 Biohazard.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Well,
But,
gameplay-wise, how does it play?
well, definitely, yeah, very similar to, as I said, like, it's pretty much just 7's gameplay again, so if you like 7, yeah, this is definitely a sequel to that, and it's taking off right from the plot of which, you know, I like Ethan as a protagonist. He's alright.
Yeah, Ethan was pretty good. I did...
All the other
I disliked... Go ahead.
mega badass guys, and Ethan's kind of a dude. So, you know, it works.
Ethan's a husband. He's just a normal guy, and he comes to this hillbilly
Yeah, but
house.
he's a dad, and as we know, once you become a dad, you automatically get like mega dad superpowers. Especially if you're a video game dad.
I know, like, look at Kratos.
Look at Goku freaking
Yeah.
anime dad too, right there.
Goku's the worst dad.
No, yo,
He's a
Goku's
terrible dad.
he's the worst dad, but he'll still kick your ass.
He still got the
Yeah.
dad powers though, so like
He doesn't fulfill the dad, requirements of being a good dad.
He's a good badass. He's not a good dad. But yeah, tailing back to Resident Evil, I'm definitely gonna play this game just because like
Yeah.
I definitely loved the way 7 played. Um,
it's
I
fixed I have two problems with 7. One, the common enemies, those black goop zombies.
yeah,
I thought they were really lame and boring. The only interesting thing was like the Nemesis style enemy, the Baker. But here, the common enemies might honestly be scarier than
those.
like the Nemesis style enemy. Because like the common enemies are these freaky werewolf zombies. They're freaking scary.
Oh, that's kind of interesting.
The first time you run into them, you lose 2 fingers.
Now,
Freaky.
well, okay. When you run into Mia in Resident Evil 7, you lose your whole like forearm.
Don't worry, you lose your hand again in this one as well.
Okay,
Yeah. I think you super glue it back on
but
like-
are you
5 minutes later.
playing
Less
this
than that.
on PS4 or computer?
PS4.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say how does it look on a computer, but
It looks
Looks
good.
spectacular on PS4.
it looks spectacular on
Argument
PS4.
is really generally impressive. I hear like DMC5 rank rates on PC, so
Yeah. Yeah, the RE engine's like a fucking amazing engine just
Gorgeous.
by how well optimized all the stuff is for it.
Mhm.
There's so many like settings and options. Like the best part about the engine is that you can have a game that looks amazing and gorgeous while also having a game that can run on like potatoes at the same
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, I think the Resident Evil 7 demo ran on a crap top back in the day. But the werewolf zombie enemies, they're really like freaky. Like they'll like stalk you, like you'll like kind of see them like kind of like circling you from the distance, like and like kind of like hiding from your view, like while they slowly make their way towards you. They don't just like run at you like a normal zombie. It's creepy.
Yo,
Like-
that is
like-
creepy. You're getting
The
stalked.
wolf pack, they're like stalking you, like circling you like wolves.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wait, that's
And,
actually
like they'll like try and like slowly like gang up on you. Like they won't like pounce at you until like they have an advantage.
oh
The
that's
AI's gotten to me, and I'm only playing a normal.
wow, that's crazy programming
Yeah.
for the AI
I'm pretty
in there.
sure like the opening segment in the village is like one of the harder segments of the game.
It's literally just the opening of Resident Evil 4 again, where you're overwhelmed by like dozens and dozens of them. Until you just gotta survive. It's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm like, so excited to play more because I could end up loving this more than 7. Because like I said, I had 2 problems. One, main enemy, the regular enemies were lame in 7, and my other problem with 7 was the last. I don't even know if I want to say last like hour or 2 of 7 was just kind of lame.
Yeah, when you played as Mia and in that shipwreck, it was just kind
It
of
just-
boring.
It just compared to how strong the early parts of 7 are, where it's just like crazy redneck zombies, Texas Chainsaw Massacre inspired nonsense, and it just
Giant killer insects.
was there an insect in?
Yeah, the freaking the hives.
Oh yeah,
When
I
you-
forgot.
when you
yeah,
reach-
yeah, it was freaky. Yeah, see, like, 7 has so many like great moments like early on, but then you just get to the end, it's like, walk around a boat, tons of the normal lame enemies, and you get like an Uzis, and they're not even like a trouble to deal with.
And then you fight the final boss, which is a crazy little kid that has demonic powers.
Not demonic powers, just zombonic.
Fungal powers. They're
Yeah.
mold.
It was just kind of
Let's be real here. She gives you freaking horror movie vibes. If you saw her when you saw her in the one part where you had to find the like the arm for the serum.
yeah.
When all all that writing was on the wall, that gave me all horror movie vibes, like to the
Yeah,
max.
they're going for some. They were going for any girl with long black hair.
Yeah, it's just like the typical like scary woman with the black hair and the white dress, but
Yeah.
that's her kid.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, but definitely not really much to shed on.
The plot has me intrigued. I don't know where it's going. See, Resident Evil plots are usually goofy as hell, so I don't know where this is gonna end up.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
so far,
Um,
obviously,
yeah. I haven't played the game at all, but I've been watching a lot of like Let's Players and stuff stream it,
Mhm.
and it looks good.
Yeah, I don't know why Chris is evil. I'm curious.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued.
But I've just been watching bits and pieces of the game here and there. And yeah, it looks really good. There's actually quite a good enemy variety in this game. It's not just the werewolf guys either. Like you get into the castle and then you get like little goblin dudes who've got
Awesome.
swords.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
there's a big fat merchant guy. Like all the characters I haven't met yet that I've kind of seen in marketing and stuff.
yeah.
Right? Like Lady, however you pronounce her name.
Yeah. But she's only really in the beginning of the game. Cause like the basically the premise of it is that there's like 4 main bosses.
Which was
You
very
know,
clearly
that you
want
have
to write
foreshadowed
it
to.
in
down?
the intro.
Yeah.
I
There's
mean,
like
just
4
so in case
main
you guys need
bosses.
to talk.
There's the big
Oh,
lady
I'm
let's
gonna
and
not
all the
spoil
other.
what the rest of them are.
Yeah. Well, you see them in like you meet them all in like this one cutscene right after the village opening sequence. They're all like standing in a room together and they're discussing who gets to kill you basically.
Well, I don't know.
Which Resident
Yeah.
game are we talking about?
8.
8-1, the new
Oh,
one.
oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
I distinctly, yeah. Go ahead, go ahead.
And so like they're all in a room together and it's like the big tall lady, and then you got like the guy with he's like a hillbilly Magneto dude with a big hammer.
That's a great description of him.
And that's basically what he is. Um,
Oh,
and then you got the big hunchback guy, and
wait,
then
the
you
guy with
got
the big hammer, he was just in the opening village segment already, like...
yeah.
Or, oh, okay, I
No,
thought
no,
he was just like...
that's a different guy with a big hammer.
Ah, okay, I
That's
assumed...
I'm thinking of the giant werewolf with the big hammer. That's a
Yeah, the
different
giant werewolf
boss.
with the big hammer, I just assumed he was the chainsaw guy of this game,
Yeah, he is the chainsaw guy of that game.
Just a big tough enemy that just comes by randomly and fucks you up. One shot,
And then you respawn and you're like, oh, well, I guess I'm not going that way now.
That is a great shock in Resident Evil 4 if you play that and don't see the chainsaw guy coming. You just hear his rev, he runs at you, and you just get one shot instantly.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
Yeah, the Magneto guy with the hammer, I think he's kind of supposed to be more of the Wesker of this game.
Okay.
Yeah. He's not like the main antagonist, he's still working for the other main big antagonist.
To be
Okay.
honest, killing off Wesker in 5 was one of the biggest mistakes in the series. He's awesome.
Yeah. He really should have just kept him around forever. You know, he should have just been the
They should have at least
Bowser.
kept him for 6, because Resident Evil 6 is supposed to be like, oh, all the characters and plot lines are finally coming together. Except Wesker's dead, so we can't really have a very interesting villain.
Well, they could always just bring Wesker back as a zombie.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Like, that's just
Just
so
get
easy to
fucked up.
do. You know, it's like... like, it's Resident Evil. It's like... You know, they can just bring Wesker back.
Yeah. They should.
But all right. I think we
Um,
touched on everything so far. Obviously, Ricola.
Before we move on, I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about the reception this game has been receiving a lot.
Oh,
And
okay,
overall, it's
definitely.
been pretty positive. The one major complaint I see a lot of people saying, though, is that it's too short.
Well, I kind of find it a positive because I think 7 is pretty short and I liked it. Like, there's no downtime. Just kind of,
Yeah.
you can play through 7 and even Resident Evil 2 in one sitting.
Honestly, like Resident Evil 7 had great pace for how short the game was. I was not disappointed at all.
Like for real. Like, is 8 longer than 7? Like, I don't know how long it.
8 lengthwise, is about 10 hours.
That's pretty good because I think, yeah, like I think 7 was much shorter than that.
But I know some people have like beaten it in like 8 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, well, that's a
And there's like some like mercenary mode, so there's like
Yeah,
replayability.
there's
Which
other
also there's a
modes.
freaking mercenary mode in here. We haven't talked about that. This game
Yeah.
has enough action to warrant that.
well,
Which
that's saying something.
you seen the mercenary modes in previous games? Started in 4.
No, no.
Well, there was mercenary modes in 2.
Oh,
Wasn't
in
there?
the original 2?
Yeah.
I
There's, like,
thought.
Yeah,
I
there's
thought-
like the Hank mode or whatever, and like if you beat that, then there's like the knife run mode, and then if you beat that, well, no, that was Tofu. Tofu is the knife only one.
Okay, well that wasn't the mercenary. The mercenaries is the gameplay mode where you just fight waves and waves.
Oh,
And you,
well,
you,
yeah, that specific one.
and you just rack up points. It's just like kind of like an arcade mode where you just kill a bunch of zombies, rack up points.
I
Which
think
I
they
did
were
not.
still called mercenary modes, though.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably different. They're probably same like name, but
But
just
in
slightly
mercenary mode
different.
for Resident Evil 6, if you have it on Steam, you can play as the Left 4 Dead 2 characters in the mercenary mode.
Yeah.
Fun tidbit. But yeah, 8's action-packed enough for that to work, so take that how you will.
Yeah.
Left 4 Dead's great. Just saying. Just putting that out there.
When you kill the werewolves, they drop money.
Do you kill them with iron or no?
Nah, just bullets.
Oh, you're supposed to kill werewolves with silver.
Or silver.
I
Sorry.
thought someone saying
Iron.
silver would work for this game because apparently bacteria doesn't grow well in silver, so it would work.
Yeah.
So that would have been cool, but
Nah, we'll just go with regular bullets.
yeah.
This is a video game. Regular bullets will do the job.
Silver bullets would be too OP.
Yes.
That's true.
All right.
Yeah, well, maybe we should move on to
Okay.
are we talking circles?
Moving on to the next game, Hood Outlaws and Legends. This game got released the same day? No?
Yep.
Okay.
Same day as Resident Evil Village, and because of that, it kind of got overshadowed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sad. I have not picked it up yet, or even like heard about it. I haven't
Yeah.
realized.
Originally, when we talked about this game looked pretty cool. Like kind of have building your own team with your friends, kind of like in an online
Yeah.
co-op story mode. I've watched a little bit of gameplay of it. It graphically looks great. The gameplay looks great as well. I like the accents of the characters. Pretty accurate accents. But yeah, like Chestnut said, not much said on this game because it got foreshadowed by the previous game we were just talking about, Resident Evil Village.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll hear some more about it in the next coming weeks, but
Maybe. Yeah. There's not too much to say. I haven't seen anybody talk about this at all.
yeah,
Like, that's all I can really say about it is that,
I generally
Came out?
wouldn't have noticed it came out if you didn't say it did.
yeah,
which
like it came out and nobody talked about it.
kind of sucks because this game looked pretty good originally when I watched the trailer for it, and then watching the gameplay for it now, which was just like no talking, just the game.
Mm.
So it's not even like the person was talking about the game, like it was just 20 minutes of
It was
gameplay.
just like a gameplay
Yeah.
showcase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, the game looks good. I mean, I can't imagine it's bad. It's just got foreshadowed by a much better game as of
Yeah,
right
you mean
now.
overshadowed.
Yeah, what did I say?
You said foreshadowed.
Oh, overshadowed by Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Got foreshadowed. It released like an hour before the game. It was like, oh man, this is a good game. That means an even better game is going to come out.
Yeah.
That's what he meant by foreshadowed.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I
It
meant.
was all planned.
It's all part of my plan. But yeah, not much reviews because yeah.
Yeah. This was a game that I was like thinking about maybe picking up, but I wanted to like wait and hear a bit more about it. But since nobody, is talking about it, I haven't heard anything about it. So now I'm still continuing to wait.
Yeah.
And even that, it's like one of those games where you need a party of people to play it. Like you're kind of
Yeah.
your
But
Guns of Icarus thing, or it just would it be really fun to play with like random strangers?
yeah,
Mhm.
I feel like once we hear more about it, maybe all three of us should pick it up and check it out, see what it's about.
Maybe.
Maybe even wait to add that to the section of games we're gonna play on stream. But it's thought for later along the road. I wouldn't mind to play this game. I'll always love a
Yeah, I mean,
medieval-esque
We
game.
might need a fourth person though.
Yeah, I'm sure we wouldn't have a problem finding somebody else.
Yeah. Anyway,
Uh,
anything else?
yeah, that's about it for me on this. Not much to say when there's not much out there to talk about. All right, I think Ricola, you're all right. You good on this?
yeah. Just what else I'm gonna say about it?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
talked about.
Let's
All
not
right.
waste too much time on it.
All right, Chestnut. What are we talking about next?
Next is Lost Judgment. It got announced.
But yeah, Judgment was a I don't know if I want to call it a spin-off, but it's another game by the Yakuza devs, kind of with the same gameplay.
Yeah, same universe.
Well, yeah, that universe.
Sure. Yeah.
And
I checked out the trailer for this before a stream today, and this looked very interesting. I had never played the first game, and it was kind of boring for the first.
Zero? Yakuza Zero?
No, I've never. Maybe you've made me play it once, like for 10 minutes, or I had watched it while you were playing it at your house at some point, Ricola, but that was a long time ago, and I just don't remember.
Yeah, fair.
But yeah, the trailer was kind of boring for the first couple minutes just because I had really no idea what was going on. But like
Yeah.
once they started explaining things and like going more in depth, like third or fourth minute of the video, it was just like I
Or
was
for
just
punching people, I assume.
yeah, there was some action. They showed like it looks like cutscenes. But the whole
Yes. I assume that's in the trailer.
not actual cutscenes, but part of like this animated like pre-rendered cinematic for the trailer. But it once it got into the like I guess you could say the storyline a little bit, like explaining what's going on. Like I was like at the edge of my seat, like, oh, this looks really good actually.
Yeah. I'm like a direction they're taking with this, where with Yakuza 7, they're just going to keep the series turn-based RPG now,
Yeah.
and have this just kind of fill the niche of Yakuza's punchy beat-em-up gameplay.
Yeah. So that's effectively what they're planning on doing. Is they're going to split the series in two, where Judgment is now going to be the action beat 'em up games, and Yakuza is going to now be a turn-based RPG.
Which is interesting.
Yeah. It's interesting take to take with the series.
Definitely, and honestly, kind
Kind
of
of best of both worlds too. You know.
right.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is not really talking about the gameplay itself, but just like going back to the storyline. It kind of reminds me of like actual like real life scenarios where if like a person doesn't get their voice heard in a judicial stance, like it's almost kind of takes
Yeah,
like
there's a lot of courtroom stuff in the original Judgment, right? If I remember, I have not played Judgment.
right. But I just like they add that almost like real life touch to a video game. I guess that's not Call of Duty or something, but yeah, I was like really drawn in by the plot of this trailer.
Yakuza's weird because it's actually they're very goofy games, but the stories are like genuinely pretty serious.
Yeah, like it was really in depth and serious and like yeah.
Yeah. Does Judgment also have like all the crazy mini games that the rest of the Yakuza series does?
It does, but to a lesser extent than Yakuza did.
Okay.
To be fair, some of the Yakuza games don't even have that. Like, I know like 3 like barely has like science stuff. Like that one was more plot focused.
Hmm.
Yeah, maybe I'll have to check out Judgment.
Yeah.
Even if it's
Yeah.
not playing it, just check out the gameplay of it just to because
Yeah.
like
The original Judgment is supposed to be really good.
And it's coming to PS5 with Real. graphical.
Graphical
So
update.
check it out. Next century when you get a PS5 someday.
Yes, definitely, because these things are literally wiped off the face of the earth as soon as they got released. All right. Anything else?
Not too much to say really. From there.
All right.
It looks good. I'm happy with the direction the Yakuza series is going in. I like that they
Yeah,
decided to split it up into two things.
Make everybody
And,
happy.
yeah, that they're not just abandoning the beat 'em up style completely.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's a good direction for it to go in after they decided they were done with Kiryu's story.
Yeah.
It's always nice to see a company doing that, just keeping that same energy throughout the
Yep.
games they play.
Not dropping franchises
Yep.
just willy-nilly.
All right.
Good
Ricola.
job, Sega.
Good job, Sega.
Yeah.
All right, Ricola, you wanna talk about the next thing on the list? What do we got next to talk about?
It's the Skullgirls DLC.
Oh yeah, Skullgirls DLC. Well, finally we're getting Umbrella, the younger sister of Parasol. She was teased to be a character back like before Skullgirls even had DLC. She was supposed to be a DLC character. We're finally getting her
Yeah.
like 10 years after the game came out. Hooray.
Yeah.
I have not played Annie. I just finally bought the Season 1 pass the other day because it was on sale because of the Umbrella announcement. So I'm going to play Annie, try out Annie soon. Because the other character they also just added for DLC. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I
that they
never-
Their back catalog because they're like, we
Yeah.
gotta keep this game alive.
Yeah, I was just about to say it's surprising to see more DLC for this game. Didn't think they were going to be adding too much more to it.
Man, how many years ago was Alive though? Like that was before I even started playing the game. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
I'm
Didn't
happy
they,
about.
like, change devs and a bunch of stuff like
Yeah,
that.
Lab Zero dissolved because Mike Z or whatever was a creep.
Something like that. I don't know all the details.
Yeah, they kind of.
A butthead, let's just say.
Yeah, that's probably a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they kind of. So now it's the developers of Skullgirls Mobile is doing this, as far as I believe.
Oh,
Which
I
Skullgirls
actually-
Mobile is really solid.
Yeah, I was
Like-
just about to say I've watched a couple videos on it. I don't have it on my phone because I haven't gotten on.
I played it. It's good.
Yeah, I know. I've seen a bunch of clips from it, and it actually looks very clean. Like, it looks very graphics wise and gameplay wise. Like, it's always kind of weird to me to actually put a fighting game per se on a phone, but like I feel like they did a great job with it.
They probably did a better job than like a lot of the other. Like they have like Justice on phone stuff. And it's like
Yeah, but they made that a turn based, and like you had.
weird. Yeah, it's like Skullgirls Mobile's the gameplay is very different, but it still has that kind of like fast, fluid. Like they managed to like capture the soul.
Yeah, of the actual game,
Yeah.
which is like
You know,
very fast paced and just
And I think Umbrella is probably going to be coming to that first because Annie came to first. So if you want to see her, get a sneak peek. Also, Umbrella getting in there. She was supposed to be like the next part of like the story, like the ongoing story that all the arcade modes hint at, but never got resolved because Umbrella never got added. So hopefully, the rest of the DLC actually has a canonical ending to Skullgirls. Should be nice.
yeah, Black Chestnut, have you ever played Skullgirls?
Yeah, I've played it. We
Oh.
played it together.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, I should have figured
Plays
that.
Peacock,
I played
and he's
Peacock,
fans-
and that's it.
Yeah, Peacock. That's right.
Yeah.
No, you get
I
shot.
mashed buttons, and
Oh.
I beat you. Oh.
Yeah, you beat both me and Ricole like
See,
multiple rounds in a row.
me and Lucas put effort in, but we're not good enough to top button spam. It's a shame.
Yeah. I distinctly remember a memory of me getting super mad because you were just spamming, and I was so hyped that I actually like was able to get a combo down, like bread and butter combo down, like
Yeah.
consistently, and I would go for it, and you would just spam, and I would lose still. I was like,
To be fair,
I'm
there was
trying
there
here.
was a bit of a method to my madness. I figured out like a random button spam combo I could do, even if it was
Yeah,
mostly just random buttons.
yeah.
I didn't actually know what the controls were, but I push buttons and then I win. That's how it
Well,
works.
Peacock is probably like arguably the best zoner in the game if you know how to play it.
She's nuts. Yeah, she can pop into the ground if you get too close to her.
And yeah, and it hits you with a metal or a wooden bat with nails in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
yeah. Skullgirls is great. I'm excited to get back to it because I bought the season 1 thing, so I'm gonna try out Annie soon. Although, like, it's that game. Like, I'm so like, cozy of just playing like Squiggly and like a bit of Philia. That's like picking up a new character would be impossible.
What about
It's just-
Fakua? What about Fakua? Don't you play Fakua?
No, I said a bit of Philia.
Oh, I
No.
forgot they're pretty much virtually the same character.
Fakua was an April Fool's Day character.
Right. They have like
Uh,
one different mix-up with their bread and butter combo,
No,
but
their movesets are actually pretty different. It's just all their animations are like the exact same. It's just a recolor.
oh,
The game, she's like Philia's kind of like a really basic like rushdown character. And Fukua's like that, but even more like stupidly aggressive. It's crazy. But yeah, man, I'm excited to get back to school. I haven't played a fighting game in a while. I'm excited to get back.
yeah, we gotta get the.
One game, go buy the season 1 pass. It comes with costumes as well. It's on sale, I think.
We'll have to see.
Like
I
20 something bucks right now.
I barely play games as it is now, and I enjoy my Smash nights sometimes. So maybe I'll have
That's
to.
not
Maybe
a good thing to say during your gaming podcast. I barely play games.
well, lately, I'm not saying in general, like just lately.
Yeah. About this week.
Yeah, mostly this week. I've just been like,
Too busy.
yeah, which is understandable for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a funny way of wording it, though. I'm playing video games.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got anything else to say about Skullgirls or Umbrella being added? She looks
Interested
fun.
to see what kind of playstyle she has. I haven't seen
Yeah.
anything on it. I don't even know if there's any gameplay.
They
What is it?
haven't. They think they've just shown off some like idle animations and a taunt. That's about it.
And like, yeah, like her hitting for like a second most. Like,
Yeah. They've just shown off a couple of animations and that's about it.
All right. Well, being that said, let's move on.
Oh, before we move on though, really quick, who do you think we're gonna get next?
It's-
Black Dahlia.
Yeah, I would have no idea.
There's
I
this
think-
one character in Cerebella's story mode who's a girl wearing like all black with like a bunch of guns. So I think she's gonna get added.
I think we're gonna get the one fish girl in the background of that one stage.
Yeah, what is her name? Is it Matt? Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, get her.
We're gonna get her.
She's a fan favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get that one random dude in the golden trench coat of that one map. I don't know
To
who
be
he
fair,
is.
I think Big Band was a random guy with a trench coat in the background of the stage that they just added.
Yeah.
The
pretty sure he
original
was.
thing was just,
No,
the original
there's-
DLC plan was adding Squiggly because she was part of the original lineup, but they had to cut her, so they added her as DLC. And then I think they just had votes for whoever the hell else you wanted, so Beowulf, Big Band, and Eliza got in.
Interesting. But yeah, I would have no idea who they would even think about adding next, just because like I don't follow Skullgirls that much.
I swear I remember them talking about it years ago, like Umbrella and Black Dahlia and Annie were planned for, and they just never ended up happening, so I think those are gonna... And we have Umbrella and Annie now, so...
Oh, that's a good assumption.
Yeah.
All right, anything else? All right, correct me if I'm wrong with this next title, but Toho Unconnected Marketeers.
Marketer. Is it marketeers or tur? I think it's just marketers.
Marketers? Okay.
Something
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. It's okay. You got the hard part right.
It's
No.
capitalism theme.
I definitely think it's marketeers because marketers is one E, and in the title it's marketers with two E's.
I don't know.
But I don't know if
It's
that's how you.
translated titles, so you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Toho, another Toho game. I don't think I-
Yeah. I haven't bought it yet, but it's already on Steam at launch.
Yeah.
Nice. You can already buy it at $15.
Zune's been
English-
stepping up his game.
Yeah, I know.
He's like,
I
"I should
remember
start
he said
he was like, I should start actually selling these for money.
he did it before. It's just he only sold like CDs physically at conventions. It's the only place you could get them. People
Yeah.
just don't upload them. I remember years back he said he didn't want to put them on Steam because then he'd have to like focus on like international releases. Like he's like, oh, I can't like translate my games in English, but it's like he's just releasing them on Steam in Japanese and Americans are buying them, so it doesn't even matter.
I don't know. I can understand where he's coming from with that, but I also could be like, if you just released them on Steam, you wouldn't have to worry about the international releases until a little bit later then anyway. Because like, once you start actually selling them for money, you'd actually get people buying them, and then you'd be making money, and then you could actually afford to translate the shit. Officially, you know?
I don't think Toho needs an official. I think Toho doesn't need to be officially translated ever. There's not even that
It
much.
doesn't need to be, but you know, it would be nice.
Yeah,
Considering
true.
how global the fan base actually is.
True.
You know.
I could be wrong, but this is that bullet hell game, right?
Yeah.
Like extremely hard
9-1
one.
hit, you know.
Yeah.
It almost looks like an arcade game, just like based
You
off
get a
of how it looks.
seizure from looking at it. You know, it's great. Toho's awesome. Best music since Beethoven. You know.
I think I remember walking into your house, Ricola, the one day, like a couple summers ago after school, and you were just like sitting there on like.
Yeah, I think I did try to show you Toho before and terrify you with it because
Well, I walked.
very.
Yeah, I walked in on you playing it. And I was like, "What is that?" And you're like, "Oh, this is Toho. This is great. You should play it." And I was like, "This thing looks immensely hard. I'm good. I'll watch."
It is.
And you were like almost making it look easy. You were just making like very
I'm
subtle
not good at
movements.
Toho.
Yeah.
I got close to beating Embodiment of Scarlet Devil a few months ago, but if it continues, but nah, not yet.
Yeah, that game looks.
See, there's not much to say about 18 aside from there's new characters, of course. Every
Right.
Toho game with new characters. And what is the gimmick in this one? What you got? Like, there's like a card system.
I think so.
Present?
It looks like
Yeah.
she's got some
Yeah.
cards in her hand
She's holding up a Cherno card.
and a baton, a really giant baton.
It's not a
But-
baton. It's a thingamajiggy.
It's
Yeah. The thingamajig.
it's a thingamajig. It's a
Traditional
thing.
Japanese thingamajig.
Yeah.
So if I look that up on Google, that's gonna pop up.
Yes.
Universal Japanese.
I'm not putting
thingamajig.
money on it, but it will.
Yeah.
I think it's like
You know, the thing.
it's.
If you type in the thing that Reimu holds, it will show up.
It will. Raven will probably come up before actual Shrine Maiden. Look it up, I bet.
Yeah.
But yeah, this game is. If it's anything like what I saw Ricola playing, this game's hard.
Yeah.
Toho games are hard. You know,
I almost got this game mixed up with Tomodachi Life for some reason.
they both got Toe in the name.
Yeah, just I don't know why. Because I was like thinking when we started talking about it, I was thinking about like just some little dude rolling up a giant city skyscraper.
That's Katamari.
Oh, that's Gatomar. Oh my god, I'm just okay. Anyways,
We gotta get we're gonna remove your gamer license. First, you don't ever play video games, you said you've never played a video game before. You said that's what you said earlier in the stream, right?
He said I haven't been playing video games recently.
Ever in my entire life. He's never played a game before. He's just
Yeah.
after the stream, the game police are gonna come to my house and take my license away.
Yeah.
Oh, I think
Yeah,
they're
the
not
gamer
gonna.
police. They're kind of like the vegan police, you know.
Yeah,
They
from
take away
Scott from Scott
your
Pilgrim.
they take away your gamer powers.
You get 3 strikes. Now is your third one, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
What a
knowingly
shame.
you knowingly ingested chicken parmesan. Oh, that's a great movie. Anyways, Toho, yeah.
Yeah. Although going back really quick to the whole translation discussion, the only thing that kind of like is like a bit off to me feeling about like the mainline games not needing official translations is the fact that there's a bunch of Toho fan games that do have official translations.
Right.
Yeah, like you get like Luna Nights on, which is like on Switch and everything in English.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them I thought Toho
I'm
game
pretty
at
sure that
Game
one, like
I'm
Toho, yeah, I've seen them at GameStop before.
That was
Toho fan
for
games,
real.
like for like yeah, for physical copies.
Yeah, that was
And,
weird.
yeah, and I'm pretty sure like the one Toho racing game has an official translation.
Yeah, I believe it does. Yeah, it's on Switch and everything.
Yeah, that is the weirdest Toho fan game to me.
No, there's much weirder.
The weirdest one that has like as much production value put into it.
Yeah,
Just the random ones that you'd find and fucking
you like
whatever.
tried
Is like
other
one
characters.
thing.
You surf on them. Surf.
Yeah, that's you flying on other characters.
I feel like Toho would, or any spin-off of Toho would be kind of hard to play on Switch, just because like, I feel like you need those slight movements.
Yeah, a
of
lot of them like
Yeah.
Luna Nights, like a lot of them kind of work in mechanics from like Toho, like like dodging bullets and stuff. But I don't think I've ever seen one that says as punishing as the original game, unless it's also
Yeah.
trying to be a bullet hell.
Yeah, most Toho spin-offs usually aren't in the same genre. They usually just take the Toho IP because it is
It's
it's
like the characters
public
and
domain.
yeah.
Effectively.
It's not exactly public domain. It's more like you're allowed to make money off of it, except for there's like a few rules.
Yeah, Zune is pretty lenient on the IP
Yeah,
for
he's
the most part.
like it's been full on anime series, basically
Right.
made by random people on your like. It's Toho fans are terrifying. They're awesome, but you should fear them.
Yeah.
They're awesome, but you should fear them at the same time. You don't know when they could just go off the edge.
I mean, yeah, you can't even like defeat them with like a gun. They'll just dodge the bullets.
They're so used to it, just be second nature to them.
Yeah, they're gonna graze them to get bonus points.
Exactly.
Turn
But they
into-
get an extra life.
They turn
like-
into Neo from the Matrix, and then that's that.
Yeah.
Hoping Reimu gets added to Smash and dodge every projectile.
That would
Yeah.
be something.
Someone needs to make a edit of the Matrix where Reimu is fucking Neo.
Oh, that's definitely exists.
Yeah.
Do they? I feel like it'd be cool if they added a character to Smash that like got more powerful off the style points. Like I feel like Bayonetta like should have
Well,
like some sort of mechanic with that.
when they add Dante
Yeah.
eventually, it's more a matter of when
When.
than if.
Do you think?
you know,
You
when they
really
add
think they
Dante-
will?
I think
Yeah.
they could. He's
Yeah, why
very.
not?
I would
It's
say.
like he's Fabio is
very
probably
likely.
a joke.
What about his brother? I feel like they could add his
Virgil?
brother. Yeah, Virgil.
Nah.
They
We're
wouldn't
probably
add
only gonna get
Virgil.
one game.
Yeah, if they added someone who wasn't Dante from DMC, it would be Nero.
Yeah,
But they're more likely to add Dante.
yeah,
Um,
Dante.
But which Dante
get
are we
which is,
gonna add?
which is going to break my heart again when they add real Dante into Smash Bros. And we get shitty Dante in PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale.
PlayStation Ultimate Battle Royale is a game that just gets more and more tragic with.
That game is very sad. I honestly like that game a lot, but it's a very sad game.
I liked Dante and PlayStation All Stars. Played him quite a bit.
He was
Yeah,
pretty
but it's
strong
so
in that
lame.
game.
Dante.
Yeah. They
Not-
did not want to put in Dante. They wanted to put in real Dante, but Capcom wouldn't let them.
Yeah.
You know
I mean,
who
you
was
guys even got lame Raiden in it.
Now
To be
we
fair,
got
you couldn't
cool
add,
Raiden.
you can't add regular Raiden.
I'm pretty
Regular
sure
Raiden.
regular Raiden was actually a alternate costume, or maybe that was just Metal Gear Solid 4 Raiden.
The Raiden
Well,
that they added was that like he had like the silver hair and he was like kind of a robot with the sword.
Yeah, that was Rising. Metal Gear
Okay.
yeah,
Rising.
he's a robot in 4 as well. Well, cyborg.
Yeah.
He's got
Yeah.
white cum blood.
Yeah.
See,
But yeah, but the
Raiden.
problem is, if they add Dante into Smash, he's gonna
And
be
then-
OP. He's gonna be insanely OP. He's just gonna be Bayonetta on steroids.
Yeah.
Yeah. To be fair, Bayonetta's biggest problem is Witch, and Dante can't really have that.
True.
Yeah.
But the combo potential in a character like that would just be through the roof.
Yeah,
Kept
that's the
getting worse
problem.
Thieves
Too good.
combos.
Yeah, like you're bringing a character from a game that is meant to like the sole purpose is comboing with style, and now you're adding it to a fighting game. So like,
Hey, it worked out okay in Marvel vs. Capcom.
no,
Yeah.
it did. I'm not saying that as a
That's
bad
to be
thing,
fair.
but
That's because Marvel vs. Capcom has like real combos and shit.
Oh yeah, it's also one of the most freaking insane aerial combos in any fighting game ever. Like, you're in the air more than you are in the.
I remember I used to play that, and I forget what the character is, but the wolf that was like was like white and had the red streaks was my favorite character.
Oh, the werewolf from Darkstalkers.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
no.
can't remember his name.
Oh wait, no wait,
That's
was he in Marvel vs. Capcom?
Yeah,
I'm sure it was in one of them.
I think he was like in 2 or something. I don't
he definitely was because I remember playing with him, and like I don't remember my other two party members, but I definitely was playing with that character, and I was like, yo, this guy's sick.
I like playing as Phoenix Wright because it's really funny. All of his attacks, until you get evidence, are all just him like tripping and sneezing and screwing up. But then you get evidence, murder the shit out of him.
Ricola, we played. I don't know if we played that. I came over and played that when you were playing
It's on
Phoenix,
Steam
right?
now. Go buy it. Let's go 1v1 some.
Man, you don't want the smoke.
Nah, I can take, yeah.
That
I
game's-
play the low. I also main the lowest tier character as part of my take, yeah.
The brilliant
I
fighting game
like-
community. Low tier God.
I main Heisen or Senko. Take me on. He sucks.
Anyways, we're kind of getting a little off topic here.
Yeah.
Let's bring it back
know,
around.
This has nothing to do with Toho.
Yeah.
We're having fun. You know, we're having fun.
There's a Toho fighting game.
There is.
You
That
know?
is that on Switch yet?
It might be.
I'm gonna go break my Joy-Con with
Yeah.
that. But yeah, we're getting off topic. We're having fun. But
All right.
Yeah,
Anything
it's-
else to say about Toho?
you know, I still have so many other Toho games to play through that I don't know when I'll get to this, if ever. And I'll play it some.
Right.
Yeah.
I still gotta beat Toho 6 with no continues. Might happen
Final
within my life.
boss in this game has a Technicolor dream coat.
Yes. There's also a cat named Mike.
What?
First
There's
cat,
like
their
a-
name-
There's like a fox. Another one.
another.
Another one.
Yeah.
First boss's name is Mike.
Wow.
Whoa, dude.
Like- Michael.
Michael, like the angel.
Okay.
But yeah, next topic we're talking about is the Game Builder Garage thing, like this
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
this came out.
when I was at work and I saw this on YouTube and I was like, yo, what is this? And it's literally, so essentially Switch is coming out with this like game app thing that is going to allow you to program stuff, like games. It's going to like
Yeah,
teach you how to
It-
program.
it's effectively Nintendo's dreams.
Yeah.
Nah, it's the long-awaited sequel to WarioWare DIY
Yeah.
without Wario.
Basically, kind of a big deal.
Yeah, it looks so cool. Like
Yeah.
I for one am going to school for like coding and stuff, so this is just like right up my alley. And it just adds like for even for people who don't necessarily are going to school but want to be like video game producers. This is like
It's a good way to teach coding.
yeah, it's a
Like,
great, it's
if you've
simple.
played WarioWare DIY, which was another game like this put out by Nintendo, that was like amazing. It was so simple and easy to use.
I'm pretty sure for the most part, it's just kind of like block coding.
Yeah, it's block
Wait.
coding, but it's like block coding is a great way to teach beginners to code.
To be fair, all coding is just block coding with more typing.
That's
Well, yeah,
true.
but the way it looks is a lot easier than hopping into Visual Studio, JavaScript. Because that's what I use. I use Visual Studio and I code C# on it, and that is just like your bread and butter computer screen with just lines and lines and lines of code on it.
Yeah.
You got the zeros and ones, and it's all green, and comes on your screen while you rapidly type.
No, not Matrix, not the Matrix coding. Come on.
No, that's hacking.
Yeah,
different.
that's hacking, Ricola.
That's how you hack stuff.
What do you know about that? What have you been doing on the weekends, man?
Hacking.
You white hat, gray hacker, or black hat?
What?
A white hat hacker, a gray hat hacker, or a black hat hacker?
I don't know what the reference is.
You don't?
I know the blue pill.
No,
the red
no.
pill.
White hat. White hat hacker is somebody who does it like if the government hires them to do like non-malicious hacking.
What about back when they just called all programmers hackers?
Well, that was way back when. But they
Like
can't,
the 90s.
Infamous hacker known as 4chan.
but essentially they came out with these names because black hat hackers are obviously the opposite of white hat hackers because they do hacking for malicious and ill intent.
To be fair, if you're being hired by the government, it's probably also malicious. But I
Yeah.
digress.
Well, no, they'll hire them to hack the government. So businesses did it.
Whatever.
Whatever. We're gonna
wait
get taken
for
up by the CIA if you explain it.
Yeah, I don't care. Move on. Let's actually talk about the fucking thing. Okay. So for me personally, this is something that I would have liked probably a lot if this came out like 10 years ago.
Yeah, I get that.
But I'm now in a point in my life where I am past the days of fucking around in Little Big Planet.
Yeah. I mean,
you
I'd
know,
still end up fucking with this. You know?
It's like, I'm a big boy. I program games in real game engines now. You know? I can always... Yeah. It's like, I know for me personally, instead of dicking around making little demos in this, I would rather dick around and make little demos in like Unreal Engine or Game Maker.
Yeah, if this is like really easy to use, you could just make stuff like in an hour.
That's true. I don't know how useful it would be as like a development tool for specifically making demos and like game jams and stuff. That could be...
I thought it would be
I'm
good.
pretty
Yeah.
sure Nintendo uses a similar program, and they specifically made like a retail version, which is this, for everybody. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that Nintendo has like a bunch of DIY teams, mostly of new hires and stuff, where they just tell them dig around and make some demos and stuff.
Yeah, because Nintendo likes their weird gimmicks, so you know they gotta have
Yeah.
lots of crazy stuff going on.
And they want you to just experiment and stuff. So this looks really cool.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely pick this up if it's like $30 or something.
I think it is. I think it's about like either $30 or $40. It's not
Yeah.
that expensive.
That's right up my alley. I would definitely pay $30-$40 for this and just, mess around with it. I mean, I know how to code other things, but like this is just
It's
cool.
fun using like limited engines to see what you can get away with.
Right.
Like
It's,
even if it's not a broken engine.
yeah.
I used to make levels in like Little Big Planet and stuff.
Yeah, that's same aspect essentially.
Mhm.
But this stuff looks cool, and the trailer for it looks, they like showed it off pretty cool. So like,
Yeah, like I'm excited. Like, see, like half of this, the excitement is also what kind of crazy shit are people gonna pull with it? Like,
right, they could make some crazy stuff.
am I gonna see an entire Mario game in there?
Right, like that's
like,
what I was
are-
thinking.
Something
And
longer than
someone gonna
Odyssey.
make fucking F-Zero.
Oh, there's gonna be a lot of F-Zero.
Yeah.
It opens up a different side of using the
I
Switch.
bet within the first year we'll have the entirety of Breath of the Wild ported to this.
I don't know about that one. That's a little hard.
Someone
I do
I heard
wonder-
that someone is working on porting Breath of the Wild to VR chat. So
Right. Because this is specifically unexpanded and built off of the VR garage, which was very
Oh.
similar to this, which was also on the Switch. It was part of the Labo stuff.
yeah, I think I
You're right.
about that, but I didn't see too many people actually
Yeah.
use Labo. Although
Yeah,
all the
because
Labos
by the
are-
time they released that, everybody was just like, Labo's stupid and lame, and I don't care. 'Cause
I'd
it's
rather-
like
I'd rather
actually
play
had a
Beat
lot of
Saber.
cardboard.
stuff. Like you could do anything with nuts. Let's let you program like whatever the hell you want it with.
Yeah. So this is just kind of like a better version of that.
Yeah. People were too busy playing Beat Saber and Boneworks on their VR.
They had their fancy VR instead of using their ones made of cardboard.
Yeah. I mean, Labo wasn't just the Labo VR set, but it's like by the time all that stuff came out, nobody gave a shit about Labo because it's overpriced cardboard. So it's just
Labo was very cool.
yeah.
iPad Titan.
What'd you say?
I said the hype had died down by the point the Labo VR stuff. Thing.
Yeah. I don't think there was that much hype to begin with, which is why it sold so poorly. Because
Yeah.
most
Yeah.
people look at it and it's just like, it's $80 cardboard?
Yeah, that's what I was like. What is that?
Yeah.
Because
I mean, you don't have to buy the cardboard. It's just that it was just that the software.
I mean, I get that, but like, it's cardboard.
Nice cardboard.
But you
They were
can't
very
play
nice.
Labo stuff without the cardboard.
Yeah, I mean, you could get your own cardboard. But it's cardboard. Got a shoebox?
Yeah, but then I have to like do extra work.
Yeah, people
Like,
don't want to
that's-
do the extra work, so they'll be like,
Just to play
okay,
a silly game that only lasts for 25 minutes.
right.
Children like arts and crafts.
Yeah, but they can just make a dollhouse.
This is a dollhouse that's video game.
Eh, I think most kids would rather just play an actual video game.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, all the programming's done for them already when they buy an actual game.
Yeah, Labo made you do your work yourself. Now this, they're gonna try to make me program my own games.
Yeah.
I was like Mario Maker.
Right.
It's like we don't know what to do with 2D Mario. I know. We could just make everyone else make Mario for us. It worked.
You know, that's probably was a
have
selling
you guys
point.
seen the fucking Nintendo Hire This Man video for this one?
Oh no, I have
They
not.
made a new one.
Oh, actually, yeah, that's gonna be my favorite thing with this game. See how hard I can drop the frame rate.
Yeah. Chris Voice Man made a new Nintendo Hire This Man, the game. Yeah. Nintendo was like, you know what? We'll make our own Unreal Engine, and then we can hire the people. We'll hire everyone.
You don't even have to pay them.
Yeah.
They'll pay us to play our game to make the game for themselves.
You have to
Yeah.
pay Nintendo to make their game.
Excuse
know.
me.
Make the game yourself if you're so smart.
All right.
Nintendo really just said it's like if you want an F-Zero game, you make it.
Exactly.
All right. Well, anything else on Game Builder Garage?
No.
It's pretty cool.
We didn't get.
I was
We
kind
didn't. Go ahead.
You know, Game Builder Garage, I feel like it's a bit generic. I feel like they could have like slapped a bit more personality on it. I don't know. It just kind of feels like
Yeah,
I've
it
I don't know.
was
More generic, easy developer.
There still was some
stuff.
simplicity to it, especially with like these character models. They just kind of look very, very basic.
like I brought WarioWare DIY, which was a similar concept, but you know, we worked into Wario IP to give it a lot more personality and made it.
No, I think it's good that it's super generic. That's what you want for something
generic.
like
I mean,
this.
what is
you know?
generic, but I don't know.
I think that's what you want.
As long as it kind of has the attention, like something like Mario Maker 2 just had like so many
'Cause it
attention.
kind of looks like you can put your own stuff on it. I don't know. You might.
Make the editor charming.
I
You
think
know,
it's
like
got
a
enough charm in it. I don't know.
little stuff like Mario Maker having
I've
funny
seen
sound.
worse stuff similar to it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right. We want to move on yet?
We might as well.
All
Yeah.
right. Moving on to the final topic of today. Made in
yeah.
Abyss.
Yeah.
Vi-
What's the subtitle for it? It's like Made in Abyss, binary stall falling into darkness.
Yep. Binary Star Falling into Darkness.
Yeah.
So I have not seen Made in Abyss. I only know it from osmosis, but from what I know about it, this could actually make a pretty interesting game. Like just kind of exploring and stuff down a big hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, this game definitely looks a little interesting to me.
Chestnut has seen it, so you talk about it.
Yeah.
Good night.
Yeah. I've watched the first season of Made in Abyss. I haven't watched the movies, but effectively they announced like a second season of the anime, and then at the same time they also announced this game, and it's an action RPG. It's being
You as well.
developed by Spike Chunsoft, so the Danganronpa guys, and I think they also made like they've made a bunch of other stuff as well.
They invented the Mystery Dungeon series. They published Steins Gates in the West. They made Zero Escape actually, yeah. So they made a ton of shit.
Yeah, I think they also made Jump Force.
They did.
Yeah,
They
they did.
a licensed anime game.
Yeah. So
So
yeah, whether or not this game will actually be good, it feels pretty up in the air right now. Because it's Spike Chunsoft, so you never really know. Because they're not terrible devs as much as anytime they like make a licensed anime game that isn't just a visual novel.
yeah.
Yeah. You get
They
Jump
have a great
Force.
track record of original stuff.
Yeah.
Originally, when I saw these
There's
characters,
definitely worse developers they could have gotten,
Yeah.
but
Right.
there's also better. But I don't know how many other bigger developers would necessarily want to work with this IP,
Yeah.
which actually leads itself quite well to getting a video game adaptation.
Yeah. What were you saying, Lucas?
originally when I like saw these characters, I thought this was an anime. Not gonna lie.
It is an anime.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, this
Oh.
is just
Anime
this is a video game adaptation of an anime, which was
Good
an
adapt-
adaptation of a manga.
Of course.
I'm pretty sure the original mangaka used to work as a game dev in
Oh.
Japan. He quit his job to become a mangaka.
It's always a cool background. You
Yeah, he's a bit of a weirdo. Heard some weird stories.
mean,
yeah, there's always that one odd egg in the basket.
Yeah,
But
it's got good art though.
yeah, it looks great. Like even like I just love this picture we got for it. It looks so cool.
Yeah.
Like even from the backdrop just to the
Yeah.
characters.
They've shown a couple of in-game screenshots and they look pretty good. Although part of the reason why actually, you know what, I'd say it looks pretty good. It is also one of those things where it's it's an anime license game, and it's also being ported to the Switch, so they have to make sure that it can run on that.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the plot is essentially I think it's supposed to follow the first season of the anime, but then also has like two new like game original only characters.
Interesting. So it's not going to be a direct adaptation, which that's a good sign.
Yeah. Because honestly, like when it comes to, uh the game specifically, I feel like you could say make a direct adaptation of the story and it could work, or you could do a completely original story just in the same setting and it could also work.
Which I
Just
think I kind of
because,
like for licensed
yeah,
games, yeah, I'd rather not see an adaptation.
yeah, because it's one of those things where it's like the main plot is really good, and also like the setting is so fucking awesome that you could
Yeah,
like just focus on the setting and
big
nothing else should
hole.
work.
That's all
Yeah,
it is. I know.
because just for everyone watching who doesn't know what this anime is, this show is about two young children adventuring down into an eldritch death pit. They're making a one-way trip because if you try to go up it, you die
Right.
effectively. Um,
But when did the just quick side thing? When did this anime come out, or has it?
the first season of the anime, I want to say came out, was it in 2016 or 2017, somewhere around then.
Oh,
2
so
years ago.
it's a relatively new anime.
Yeah, it's not like some of the super old show. No.
Yeah, it's not like
Yeah.
super.
Yeah, the second season just got announced along with this game.
Oh, that's great.
And they've had like, I think 1 or 2 movies in between then. I need to watch those.
I take it you've watched the anime then?
Yeah, I've watched the first season. I cannot recommend it to just anybody.
It's
Is how
very.
I would. Yeah, this is one of those shows where you have to be mentally prepared to watch. This show is not for the faint of heart. Like
Gotta be in the mood.
you not only do you gotta be in the mood, you gotta have a lot of tenacity.
What do you mean by that?
Basically, if you can't stand watching animated children be in violent situations and just if stuff like that makes you uncomfortable, you shouldn't watch the show.
I mean, I probably would be fine watching it.
Yeah, you could probably handle it, but I'm sure there would definitely be a lot of scenes from this show that would make you extremely uncomfortable because I have a lot of, tenacity and like for that shit, but like the fucking elevator scene.
I don't even know the context, but I can just feel
Oh my god.
I'm curious now, but I don't know how bad of it it is or what to expect.
You remember my phone wallpaper, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's from the show.
We had an image from the show. It was
Oh, dear lord.
Yeah.
not as funny as your other wallpaper, which
Yeah,
is
the lock screen.
Yeah,
Which
yeah, that's the point. That's the joke where the black screen comes in. It starts with Jack Black holding up a stop sign, and then you go in anyway, and you get hit with that. Uh,
uh,
yeah. I hope this game is good.
you hope every game's good for the most part, right?
Yeah. You know what? Even if it's not good, I'm probably still gonna give it a shot, just because I genuinely like the IP enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. His fucking ankles.
Yeah.
You have much more to talk about?
Okay, hold on.
Not too much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've
It's one of those things where I would recommend the anime, but
you
I
gotta be
wouldn't
prepared.
recommend it to just anybody. Like, I couldn't recommend this to just anybody. This is not something I could recommend to everyone.
Yeah.
But to the people who could get
Crush your
through it,
eye.
it's really good.
Yeah, maybe I'll have to
there's a
check it
lot
out
of
and see if I
there's a
can
lot of
handle it.
scenes, not just the violence, but just stuff thrown in there, that's going to make a lot of people uncomfortable. And it doesn't really pull any punches.
Hmm.
Yeah. So we'll see, how much it will be censored in the actual game. Um,
Yeah, I wonder how they're gonna.
because even the anime was censored from the manga, but it wasn't censored like that much.
So like the manga was worse.
The manga was a bit more graphic.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Well, did they just kind of just announce this, or did they have release dates? I know you said they had a couple screenshots.
Yeah, they just said it's planned to come out in 2022, so not for a while.
Okay, so it's a whole year from now. Could be the beginning, could be the end, could be the middle.
Yeah.
But all right.
Hmm.
Ricoli, got anything else you want to say?
Nah, not particularly.
All right. Well, that was the last thing we're talking about today.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So, closing statements, whatnot.
Yeah, closing
Yada
statements.
yada. The
So,
We now have a Twitter and a YouTube.
correct.
So,
final.
Yep.
yeah.
Both of them are Substation Gaming. They fall under those names. They're very fresh. So whoever's will be watching this or currently watching now, if you could go drop a follow on them, that'd be greatly appreciated. And if you like our content that we're pumping out every week, you'll see more of it on there and previous streams that you may have missed. And if you follow the Twitter, you'll be able to see whenever we go live and see if we're doing anything new. But this concludes today's Substation Gaming Podcast episode. Everyone have a great night.
Mm-hmm.